What's going on, people on YouTube, everybody else, wherever you're watching this at? I'm here to show you this game, Tales of Xillia, 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 Xylophone. You know how to say it, I don't, you're the best. What I'm going to do is go over how this game works out quickly, really quick rundown of the battle mechanics. Not really so much the story, I'm sure you could find another review for that. This is just for people up in the air if they want to know if it still plays the same or how this game looks. So right now, as you see, it has a lot of the same elements of the new Age Tales games, such as Tales of Xillia, Graces, how you can free roam with L2 and run around the map, which is good. You can set up different tactics this way with your teammate in this game. So right now I'm linked to this man with the broadsword, right? If you're wondering what that blue line is. And what it means, is if you're linked, you will both attack the same enemy, and sometimes they'll do certain moves that they wouldn't do by themselves if you weren't linked to them. Like if I was to link to the girl, she would make an enemy stand still, like bind them in a circle and they're trapped. The other male character, Alvin, which you'll find later in the game, this is still the very beginning. He will guard break enemies if they were to block too much. Other functions of this gauge on the side and being linked will allow you to do team attacks, which is pretty cool looking to say the least. And the mechanics of it are when this, watch this, I'll keep doing a move and right there, you see how the little emblem came around the main character. Then you press R2, you'll do a team attack. And there's also links with team attack. So I could do a move, like a team attack you just saw, and then do another one, chain it, and then chain it with another person. It's pretty crazy, it gets pretty hectic, but it makes for a good addition to the battle system. And different characters have different attacks, as you would have guessed, and the gauge on the left still functions the same way. When it reaches the top, you get into the Super Saiyan mode, which aka over limit. You can do infinite arts and other abilities that you find later in the game. Now I'll show you a little bit of the map roaming around different areas. You find items on walls, maybe potions, things you could sell to stores. You're also able to listen to dialogue while you're running around. You can press action buttons to climb, open chests, basic stuff, right? There's really no reason to go over this, but just for the people who wanted to see at least the environment, whatever. It looks nice. And of course, your favorite, skits, always in these games. One of the Tales series signatures. As many of you may know, or newcomers, these skits allow you to find out certain interests, characters like, dislike, arguments. A lot of funny scenes happen in these, or you might find about someone's past. It's pretty interesting. At times you might get bored, and if you're bored of them, you have the option to skip it if it's too long for you impatient RPG players. So that explains that, and I want to go ahead and get into the leveling system, which is pretty interesting. Here we go, leveling up. Another process in this game that goes by the name of Lilium Orb. This is very similar to Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid. If you guys remember that, you highlight a node, you press X, you learn that ability or stat increase. It works very, very similar, except this time around it's a spider web and not so much of a sphere grid. And here I'll show you how you can learn moves. So right now I want to increase someone's intelligence. I'll increase, and then whatever's in the middle of the two nodes that you highlight and you learn those skills or arts. This is how you learn your abilities. And this goes the same way for every character. You can pretty much customize your character to your liking. If you want him to have a very high attack, intelligence, some strong defense, and on that path you'll gain abilities that cater towards that. This menu is where you can find the skills that you've learned and abilities, and the SP bar up there is how much points you have left to equip the certain amount. So you can only equip, let's say if you have 15 SP and you have 3 skills, if you have 2 skills at 10 and 15, that equals 15, you can't equip the third one. That's that. There's still manual level ups in the game. It's just along with that, you have that Lilium Orb to worry about, to learn your skills, instead of learning skills with level ups. Now I want to go ahead and show you a boss fight. This is in the very beginning, so no spoilers will be shown. if you were interested in this game. Here it is. One of the first bosses that you will come across in about 1 hour or 2 hours into the game without grinding or doing any side quests. The reason why I want to show you this is because this is when you first get introduced to how to use the Link character and do a chain art with them. You see right there? You can do 2 of them. And you can keep doing them with the different directionals on the controller that your arts are assigned to. As you know, in Tales games, you either have the D-pad and the analog stick that you can assign skills to. So if you do up A, for example, which is Fire Blast, then you have left A, which is Water Gun, down, and you keep doing those. And it's very good because the different characters that you link to have different tag team combos. I'll just say that to make it shorter. So as you see on the left side of the screen, the gauge goes down because we're in the over limit mode, which allows you to keep doing these chain combos, chain arts, and enemies won't be able to stagger you. Just think of it as a Super Saiyan mode. As I said before, you pretty much are unstoppable. And you build that gauge up by doing combos and different attacks with your characters. You see it goes up very slowly. So that's pretty much the goal of these fights, is to work that up, use your over limit, go in. And that's it, people. We're done. Thank you for all sitting down, listening, and hearing me tell you about the basic mechanics of this game. I wanted you to get an understanding of how it works. It's very similar to older Tales titles, so you fans of those games will have a great time. I feel that this will be a great game on the PS3. You know, these Tales games are very long, so it will keep you occupied. If you're new to these type of series, just know it has a lot of action, fast-paced battles, no random encounters. Characters usually are pretty interesting, and it'll have you wasting all your time on this game. So yeah, pick it up, man. Definitely get it. I'm out. Your boy Cam. Peace.